What is good, Straw Hat Crew, and welcome back to another video. You already know, it's a banger. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, and for today we have She Just Completely Fucked Herself. This is kind of a part two to the whole DoorDasher situation we watched a little bit ago, where she seen the dude with his meat out laying on the couch. I thought we might as well go ahead and get through the wrap it all up. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together in one spot and just wrap it all up. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it.
We got an update on the DoorDash girl situation who tried to get an innocent man locked up and put behind bars over false accusations. Well, it looks like that completely backfired, and she's the one that's going to be going to bed tonight in a cold jail cell. This chick was instructed to drop off.
Wow. Damn. So imagine you do all that, right? You do all that. You over there, you recording the nigga, putting the nigga's gov out, saying the nigga assaulted you, saying he did all this, just for you to be the one sleeping in the prison cell. That's tough.
Off the DoorDash order at somebody's door. But when she got there, she decided to record the person naked, passed out on their couch, and post it on the internet. The original video she kept posting kept getting taken down by social media because obviously you can't record somebody naked in their home and post it on social media. Like, that's absurd. So it kept getting taken down. But people who seen the original video, they swear that she actually creaked the door open a little bit and began recording. But regardless if the door was open or closed or slightly open, she went up there and had instructions to drop off the order at the door and then leave. But she decided to take out her phone and begin to record somebody naked on the couch.
And here's the thing, y'all. Here's what I thought. If you were really that concerned about other, because the only people I could think of that would be even a traumatic experience for seeing a nigga just laying on his couch with his meat out would be like a child, right? And so if we were thinking, you know what, this is nasty as fuck. What if a kid came by here, seen this shit, scarred that nigga for life? Then at the max, we should have just left the food there and closed the door, right? That's the max it should have been. But recording, bro, and like I said, putting this government out there and doing all this extra shit, it just wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. And that got you into more trouble than what you were going to get into.
Now, somehow, everybody understood what she did was a violation. DoorDash banned her from using the app, and then DoorDash put out a statement saying, hey, we banned her because she recorded somebody naked. TikTok told her, you can't post this video or else you'll get your account deleted. Somehow, everybody around her understood what she did was wrong, but not her. No. She began to make videos claiming and shouting that she's a victim, that she was SA'd by this man who was unconscious, by the way, on his couch, sleep, probably drunk and fell asleep while ordering DoorDash. She still demanded that.
Yeah, because somebody a minute ago put we're going to look up the definition of sexual assault. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to look up the definition. Sexual assault is defined as any type of sexual activity or contact that occurs without consent. This includes actions involving physical force, threats, or coercion, as well as situations where the victim is basically under the influence due to drugs or alcohol. Okay. So it doesn't sound non-contact activities such as exposing or forcing someone as to use sexual images overall. Okay. But he didn't force her to see that. She put her eyes over there. It's not like he had her shit like eyes like this, then he had a picture of his meat just like, look at it. It could have literally been as simple as, bro, this nigga has his out, bro. What is he doing, bro? And then left.
And she was the victim, and she wanted justice, and she wanted something to happen to this man.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working. I was literally working, and they deactivated me. This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault.
They punished you because you were posting a nigga with his meat out.
Me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me, and the police are doing nothing. I lost my job, and that was my only way to make money to pay my bills.
She kept calling herself a victim of SA for some reason. In what world are you a victim of SA? The man was unconscious on his couch, passed out, not moving, probably drank a little, was ordering DoorDash and fell asleep on the couch waiting for the DoorDash. You're not a victim of SA or anything of the such. As a matter of fact,
in order for you to be convinced of public lewdness, you must have intentionally exposed yourself in public. If your pants ripped or, for example, resulting in exposing yourself by accident, you would not have committed the crime of public lewdness.
When it comes to the penal code, this man did nothing wrong.
I was about to say, that's law. That's law right there, yo.
Penal code here, okay? Now, in order for you to be convicted of public lewdness, which would be the thing that he will be charged with, okay, you must have intentionally exposed yourself in public. If your pants ripped, for example, resulting in you exposing yourself by accident, you would not have committed a crime of public lewdness. He's on his private property. He's asleep in his home. You showed up, dropped off his DoorDash order, and you recorded him. He didn't commit a crime. That's why the police ain't do a goddamn thing. Because you were not a victim from the very beginning. But what you were a suspect. But your stupid behind wasn't smart enough to realize you was a suspect, and you kept on talking.
You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what? If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted 3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job.
It is crazy how, like, she thinks TikTok would just be doing this to her if they didn't think that, like, this, whatever she's talking about is some bullshit. Because TikTok has a high rep, so if they were to ban this person, and they're saying that they had a sexual assault case going on, TikTok has to know something we don't. Like, same thing with like, I think I said this last video. Like, they just have to know some things that we don't about the situation, because I just don't see it. Not with them being such a big company, them being such a big brand, and then them just gonna be like, no, yeah, no, we don't care about that fucking story. Get that shit out of here. You put that shit on our fucking platform again, you're fucking banned, buddy. Like, it just has to be something they know we don't.
Police are doing nothing, and if I get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember? I'm the victim. And they took down my video. They were going to have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were going to have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope.
In the same breath of her claiming that she's a victim and she was victimized, the irony writes itself. Because in the same breath of her trying to claim victimhood, she's talking about how she's pursuing getting paid by TikTok.
We know that. Like, you talking about this chicken, you should be worried about how many eyes have seen your story so that you can get justice. That's what a real victim would want. They don't really care about their money. They care about every person that they got assaulted by, or whatever person that they feel like really did something to them, gets justice, gets punished. Not the money, not the chicken.
For posting a video of a naked man in his home. So she's trying to profit and get paid off of revenge porn while still talking about her being a victim. Now, obviously, what she was doing was a crime, right? You can't just record somebody in their home naked and post it online. You are a maniac to think that you're the victim in that situation. So she kept on pushing this victim narrative until eventually, when she heard from DoorDash, she heard from the police, she heard from TikTok, she then begins to realize, oh damn, like I can't keep coming back on TikTok and admitting that I was recording this guy. No. She then begins to ask for this to all go away and say that she's no longer posting any video.
Oh, guys, no, guys, guys, listen, no. I didn't really understand what I was saying. I didn't really feel like I was saying what I was saying. So how about, can we just get all this to go away, guys? Guys, can we just please just, no. That's not how it works. You try to ruin this man's life. Millions and millions and millions of views. Name dropped him. Recorded him. Has an unblurred version of his face out there somewhere. No. It's never going away. We're on your ass.
Posting receipts because she wants to save it, and she believes it's crucial to save it because she knew what was coming down the line, right? She knew the police were investigating her for crimes. So then she begins to say that she has proof that would prove that she was actually SA'd and this man is not as innocent as we think it is, but she could never post it, right? And by the time that she began to ask for things to just go away, it was too late. The police was already on her bumper.
Right.
Hi guys, it's the DoorDash girl. I'm also Olivia, but I prefer to go by Liv or Livy Henderson for anybody who's wondering. And for anybody who's just now hearing about this, what happened is October 12th, 2025, I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver, and my customer requested that their order be left at their front door. And when I arrived at their house, their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on the couch indecently exposed to me. And I reported this to DoorDash, and I want to clarify, I did report this to the police the very next morning on...
I'm sure you did. Bro, what? Why do you even think that's a crime? Like, I understand, I guess, the indecent exposure. But, like, bro, like, listen, bro. Listen, bro. I could be walking outside, see a homeless nigga taking a piss on the side of the road, and I'm not getting on my phone to call the police about this nigga taking a piss. I don't care that much. That nigga doesn't even have a home to take a piss in, so it's not even that big of a deal. But it's like, it's just certain things, it's like, how can you even really call that a crime? Like, you're trying to tell me the homeless nigga that doesn't have a crib, that has to piss outside, him pissing outside is a crime? He doesn't have a, like, where is he? It's 10 a.m. Well, no, not 10 a.m. It's 10 p.m. There's no stores open. Where does he want to do? Like, bro. Like, it's just shit like that. Especially, bro was laying on his couch, probably flaccid. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But, shit, probably flaccid. Just laying there chilling, probably drunk, like he said, probably off the liquor a little bit. Slumped out. But you got sexually assaulted. Come on, bro.
October 13th, and DoorDash did ban the customer, and then a day and a half later DoorDash banned me as well, and this was DoorDash's response to me. There have been a lot of people saying things like I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things, and I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time. And to all those that have been supportive of me during this time, thank you so much. I've been seeing your comments and your videos and your messages, and trust me, I won't forget the love that has been shown to me during this time. And to any large creators that have made statements on my situation and then further retracted that and then issued me an apology, I appreciate that. Thank you.
This was her last.
Hold on. What are they issuing an apology for? They must have said something wicked, because I don't think I have to give her an apology for anything. They must have said something wicked.
TikTok video. Like, she disappeared. Like, she stopped posting after this situation. Like, her last video was talking about this and she just stopped posting. And it's been about a month since she has posted. Come to find out, she hasn't posted for some pretty good reasons, okay? Because while she was trying to convince the internet that she was a victim, the police was investigating crimes against the real victim, which is the man that was recorded against his will. And we woke up today to find out that after asking for all this to go away, that she was finally arrested. Now you're probably asking,
damn, what you get charged for?
what was she arrested for? Was it
Yeah.
in relation to this situation? Yes, it was. She was arrested for recording that vulnerable man naked in his house asleep.
Breaking news in the DoorDash case. DoorDash girl.
I mean, bro, does that not sound weird to y'all? Like, how does that sound more weird than sleeping? What sounds more weird? Walking up to a nigga's door saying he has his couch, laying on a couch, or recording him while he's laying on the couch with his. I'm not going. I think the latter sounds weird, but you know, a lot of niggas will say the first one's weird too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that. Like, I don't know why he was in that situation, bro. Like, I don't know, but it's his couch, his house. It's like, bro, it's not like he came over there and smacked it in your face, or try to like actually make you look at it. You just looked there. Technically, he didn't even make you look at that. You could have looked at his face, but your eyes chose to go down there. So I mean, I don't know, bro.
Girl has officially been arrested. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I've been following this case pretty closely since it happened. So I got sent some information this morning. I independently verified it, and Miss Olivia Henderson has officially been arrested on 2 felony charges. Now,
Two felonies. You're done.
why was she arrested on felony charges? Because, like I said from the beginning, she's the one who committed the crime, not the individual who was in the home. So let's go through what we have and show you the proof. Now, I blocked out her name, but this is the police blotter, or I blocked out her address and her date of birth. But this is the police blotter, all right? And the arrest date is there, and the 2 felony charges are right here. I'm just zooming in myself to take a look. But
can you zoom
we
in?
got, what do we have? We have unlawful surveillance and dissemination, okay? Right there. All right, so this is just the police blotter. I'm going to show you the actual charges in a second. And this just shows down here that she was issued a field appearance ticket and she has a court date coming up. So this is her. She was given an appearance ticket. She has to come back to court, and I'll show you the court date.
Damn.
On the internet, you could look this up yourself. Incident date is October 12th, which matches to the incident date that she put on our page. And her next court date is going to be December 4th, 2025 in Oswego City Court, which is the town in which the incident happened. So all of this is verifiable on the internet. And here are her charges. Like I said, these were the charges that I thought she could be charged with, and this is what we got. So we have unlawful surveillance and dissemination of a surveillance image. Both are E felonies, which means that prison time is an option, right?
Oh no, prison time is not an option here, bro. It's mandated. We need prison time.
She did try to ruin that nigga's life, bro. She really did try to ruin that nigga's life, bro. She need to face something. She need to face something. I don't know if it's like I don't think it's really worth. I don't know. She need to face at least two, at least two or three. She need to face them. She need to face them for real. I don't know how long she gonna get, but like what she did in itself was not the worst thing in the world, right? It wasn't the most vile thing that deserves just fucking countless numbers of jail time. It was the fact that she tried to ruin my nigga's life is what makes me want to be like, nah, she deserves some jail time for that. Cause there's been too many niggas that's had false accusations on them. Their life has been fucking over and they can't do anything. Because even if you get like even if you get like cleared, like They found out she was capping. All the evidence was like null. Like that shit was cap. Everything was cap. People still look at you weird for even going through that, for even like being in that space, for being in that situation. And it just is what it is. But it sucks. It really does suck for them.
Can you imagine if a man did this? Yo, those little BS charges that she got charged. Yo, this man would probably be burned at the stake if he did what he did, bruh. All right? You go to a girl's home, you record her on her couch, passed out naked, probably drunk, and you post it online for everybody to see. Oh.
Yep. When you do the flip reverse, the reverse roles, yeah, it sounds fucking insane. That's how I felt about that Nina situation and Zoe Spencer though, because if it would have been roles reversed, that nigga literally would not have left the premises.
Bro, yo, I can't even fathom a man doing. Yo, if a man did that, yo, they wouldn't have taken a month to arrest him. Trust me, he would have been in jail that same night. I'm telling you right now, man. No, prison is not an option, bro. I need for anybody who's available, who's nearby, to go to every court date and make it known that we are requesting she get life.
Damn, life? I mean, she tried to ruin my nigga's life.
Now, I know she probably can't get life, man. But we request that she get a lot of time, bruh.
Right? Not that she'll get prison time, but she can do prison time on these. They are non-violent felonies, which means that it would be it would not be a lot of prison time, but she can do prison time on these depending on her criminal history. So like I've been saying from the beginning, the person who committed the crime is going to be the person arrested in this case. And the person who committed this crime is obviously Olivia, the DoorDash girl. The man committed no crime, or else he would also be arrested, which he is not. So for all of you guys out there that were defending the man, defending the woman, clearly the law says otherwise. The law says otherwise because they did arrest her. They did give her 2 felony charges, 2 e-felony charges, both of which carry a prison sentence if she goes to trial and loses. She could get probation on those. There's a whole slew of things that she can get, but she was charged with 2 felonies.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know those were felonies. I thought those were... No, yeah, I didn't even know they were felonies. I didn't think they were... I don't know what they were, but I didn't think they were felonies, bro. That's insane.
Or video recording him in the privacy of his own home and disseminating that image to the public. And this is why we do not record our crimes and put them on the internet for the world to see. But it's important information. I wanted to get it out to you as soon as I got it and as soon as I verified it. Because unlike other creators, I verify my information before I go online and post it for the world to see. You can also verify that information yourself if you go on WebCrims and type in her name, it will pop up. So if you want to independently verify it yourself, you can do that as well.
This is one of those rare situations, and it don't happen often, where a woman tries to persecute a man with false accusations and society hold her accountable.
This is a very rare case of that, y'all. Very rare case of that. Society on her ass. Oh, hell no! You fucking bitch! How dare you do my girl like this? Society not playing with
Society refused to believe. Society calls her out. Women take the TikTok to make videos and calling her out and protecting that innocent man. Her employer fires her for false accusations. The police begins to investigate and they lock her up for false accusations. This is one of the rare situations where all facets of society held her accountable and sent a message to other women like her. False accusations is not going to be tolerated anymore, bro. At this point on social media, you're going to be held accountable for this. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think is an appropriate punishment for her?
And all these women that are doing false accusations are really hurting the women that really go through these type of things, bro, because it's almost like the boy that cried wolf type situation. It's unfortunate, but bro, That's not me saying that I don't want women to, you know what I'm saying, speak out for what happened to them. Always do that. Talk to the police immediately. But it's like, some of these women be fucking it up for the other ones, bro, that actually go through stuff. Is really what I was trying to say. But that being said, though, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my